We all have hearts. Love somebody. But if your heart is big enough, love everybody. Quoted from Stevie Wonder. Polyamory is a better form of love than monogamy. Better as being defined as decreasing the amount of anxiety, guilt, and depression. Polyamory, in case you did not know, including myself, stated by Webster Dictionary, is defined as the act and practice of being in multiple romantic relationships with several people. According to HuffPost magazine, it is not focused on recreational sex. Also stated from Canning from Women's Health magazine, it is the misunderstanding and misinterpretation of polyamory. It is said to be confused with swinging. Marriage failure. According to Essence magazine, there have been many debates and statistics as to why many couples' marriages fail. Syllogism. Better as being defined as decreasing the amount of anxiety, guilt, and depression. Major. Unforgiveness, trust. Due to the lack of trust in a relationship that has created traumatic times in your life that you cannot heal or come back from. Minor. Social pressure. Trying to keep up with the Joneses. Trying to keep up with the hype of family members, colleagues, or peers, and trying to settle down too early, which builds up anxiety. Second evidence. In the words of a polyamistic lover, Mr. Art, who is a blogger, he too himself has experienced the polyamory ways. Syllogism. Better as being defined as decreasing the amount of anxiety, depression, and guilt. Major. Personal growth. Mr. Art, being in marriage for 25 years with his wife, which he blogs, has been filled with deceit and untrust of his wife, who has came to him after 25 years of marriage to seek in the polyamistic ways of another person. Mr. Art grew personally from this and from his depression, which led to that. He grew from this through finding himself and also loving his wife, giving her what she wanted and what she desired. So he tried it and he grew a like for it. Minor. Clarity and communication. Stated by Mr. Art, when he realized that it is okay to love many as if he had loved his wife. Clarification of his true feelings, and also communication with expressing and talking it amongst with other people in situations like him has led him to realize that he too can find love and grow from this with his friend, or as in his case, with many friends. Is polyamory becoming the future? Syllogism. Better as being defined as decreasing the amount of anxiety and depression and guilt in a loved one. Major. BBC magazine states that With the new age and generation of love for one another, it is growing and becoming the new norm. Whether it is heterosexual, homosexual, or bisexual, it is increasing and dividing today. So is it becoming the future? Yes, it is. Statistics from BBC Magazine says that it will actually flourish in new age generation, and reversing the effects of guilt and anxiety and depression from other monogamistic relationships. Counter arguments. My opponent may say, well, you can receive a STD from having numerous relationships. This is not true. For however, it only takes one time to have a sexual encounter from one partner, whether it's monogamistic or whether it's monogamistic or no strings attached. You can receive the disease and spread it. My opponent may say that in most religions it is frowned upon. This is not true. For if you are living in your religion, then you would know that it is frowned upon to judge others if you're not living in it. And who's to say that you are living in your own religion and practicing what you believe every day? My opponent may say that it is not healthy to raise a child in this environment. This is not true. For it is not what the child sees, it is for what the child is being taught. In many ways, forms of this relationship, it can display positive communication. So you are willing to express your feelings. You are willing to express your feelings more to the child to let them know that it is okay to be different. My opponent may say this is just another way to My opponent may say that this is just another way of saying that you want to have sexual relations with multiple partners. This is not true. For polyamory is not based on the many sexual relations that you have, for it is based off of the deeper connection and bond that you may have with the opposite sex or the same sex. My opponent may say this is just another way to say that you want to be gay or bisexual or lesbian. This is not true. For polyamory is not based upon who you love or who you may like. It can simply be a it could simply be from a polyamistic marriage of two of the different sex, male and female, coming together as one, expressing themselves and connecting in a deeper level. In conclusion, do you feel that love conquers all? I do. For love is light. I do. For love is light, and it is dividing and growing every day. And love is formed. Love is a form that is growing, and it is subject to change. Quoted from BBC Magazine. Thank you.